is up, my dudes? Happy New Year and welcome back to Thursdays on my channel. I know I've been absent for quite a while and I said I was going to get back into this, but it's the new year and this is my New Year's resolution, is to come back and try to stay on track with videos. I'm going to record a bunch in advance, like today's Wednesday and this is going up on Thursday, and then I'm recording one this weekend. It's going to go up on Monday. So enough about that. Today is going to be a story time about the time that I almost died. I talk a lot with my hands. I am so sorry. So, this story really isn't all that interesting. Currently sitting on my dorm room floor. If you guys want a dorm room, tour, let me know. It's very small. It's very easy to do, so I could do that. So, I'm way off track. Getting into the story. So this is a story about the time that I almost died. So this was when I was in kindergarten. I was about 5 or 6 years old. I don't remember the exact time frame. But I used to go and visit my dad only on the weekends because my parents are divorced. So one weekend when I was there, I shared a bed with my older stepsister. And I used to grind my teeth extremely bad. So she would wear earplugs. So one night we were asleep, and I wake up randomly in the morning. It's really early. It's like, oh goodness. It's like 6 or 7 o'clock, and I'm literally gasping for air. I can't breathe, and that makes me freak out. So I'm sitting there. I'm trying to wake her up. She has earplugs in. And I'm shaking her, and I have one hand on my chest, and I'm like, well, I can't speak, and I'm like, come on, wake up, I need you to wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, and she finally rolls over and looks at me, and I have my hand on my chest, and I am gasping for air. So she sits up, takes out one earplug, and through what I could say, I was like, go get my dad, go get your mom, like, something isn't right. So she went to get my dad. My dad ran down the hallway, and I'm sitting there. I have my hands like this, like I'm choking, but I wasn't. I couldn't breathe. So he picked me up, wrapped me in a blanket because I was still in my pajamas, and it was summertime, but it was cold in the morning, so I was in like a tank top, and I was in like shorts. So he wrapped me up, and off to the hospital we go. So we get to the hospital, and I'm still gasping for air. I can't breathe, and we're sitting there, and we're waiting, and we're waiting, and we're waiting, and my dad's like, if you don't get her help, she is probably going to die. And I'm sitting there, and my skin starts to turn blue, and I'm just not getting enough oxygen in my body. So, finally I get called back into the room, and they're listening to my chest, listening to, like the back of my lungs. I'm trying to figure out what is causing this. So they put me on one of the respirators that have the breathing treatments going through them. So I'm on one of those for about 10 minutes, and I start to be able to breathe a little bit better. So when that happens, when I can start to get air back into my airway after a couple minutes, they take me to get an x-ray. So here I am laying on this metal table, getting my chest x-rayed. Like, it was from the bottom of my neck. Actually, I think they did, from my diaphragm, which is, right here, up to my head. I'm pretty sure that's what they did, or they did, neck to waist or something. But I know my neck was in the shop. So, we're sitting. They took a couple x-rays, they take me back to my room. So I'm sitting there, and I am waiting. Got the mask on again, with the breathing treatment going through it. And every second that passes, I can feel a little bit better. So I'm feeling better. And the doctor comes in, and he has my x-rays in his hand. And I really wish we had a hold of them today, but we had to take them to my primary doctor, and they kept them for my record in case it had ever happened again. But it was the x-ray that has, I think it was the bottom of my jaw, and then my chest in it. My chest was completely fine, my lungs didn't collapse or anything. But if you looked at my neck, where my neck is and where my throat is, you can see your cartilage in your throat on an x-ray. So usually if your throat is open, it's, I don't know if you can see that here, it's about this, that big, like enough that you have two pipes. You have your esophagus and then you have your windpipe, so you can breathe and eat. So we're sitting there, and he comes in, and both of those tubes in my neck were completely closed off. Up at the top of your neck, where your epiglottis is, if you don't know what that is, that's just the flap that keeps food and water out of your lungs. Up where that is, you could not, if you would take a number 2 pencil and sharpen it to the sharpest it could be, you wouldn't be able to fit the point in my neck. So the doctor looked at my dad and looked at my stepsister and looked at me and said, if you had gotten here a couple minutes later, she would have been dead. So being 6 years old and hearing the words, "you could have been dead," kind of shocks you in more ways than one. I mean, I appreciate my life a lot more now because now I feel severe effects from this. I can't play sports like I used to. I used to be a really, really avid soccer player. I used to practice for hours every day, like not even like on the days that I was supposed to practice, but I would just practice every day just because I wanted to. So I can't do that anymore. I can't run very fast for the long distances. I can jog kind of for long distances, but that's a stretch. If you just heard that, my heat just turned on. But now if I run too hard or if I exert myself too hard, no matter what I'm doing, whether it's running, walking, lifting, cleaning, no matter what it is, my throat closes and I have an asthma attack. So, that is the story about the time that I almost died, and it was horrifying. Especially since I was only 6. I'm sorry if this lighting is weird. I should probably say that now. I promise that my face and my neck are the same color. It doesn't look like it here, but I promise they are. It's just the fact that I'll show you. This is what I'm recording on right now. I have just a light set up, so you guys could see me, because without the light, I look the color of this hoodie. So, that is the end of my story time. I hope to be seeing you guys on this channel a whole lot more. New videos every Monday and Thursday, I believe my channel says. I'm going to try my best. If not, I'll just sporadically upload videos here and there. It is the beginning of the semester, so this is my New Year's resolution. If I can just get through the semester doing this, I'll be okay. So if you want to see more of me, or if you want to see more of me, hit the big red subscribe button down there and the bell to get my notifications. And if you want to see my tour of my dorm room, which is very small, like I said, give this video a big thumbs up. So, see you guys in a few days.